Hello and welcome to Tomahawk Talk. My name is David Waters.
And I'm Luke Hardin.
And welcome. This is our first episode. This is a little introduction for what is to come. This is going to be a Atlanta Braves based podcast, and we're also going to talk about news around Major League Baseball and then some. So I'm looking forward to it. Go ahead, Luke.
I'm really excited. I love talking Braves baseball, so I'm really excited for it.
We could talk about Braves baseball for hours, probably.
Indeed.
But
I mean,
we're going to try to keep it concise here. I mean, we're not going to waste your time with anything.
We're not going to try to.
We actually might quite a bit, but that's okay. Bear with us.
I mean, I'm cool with listening to an hour of Braves baseball. I don't know if anybody else is, but
I mean, hey, when I was younger, I used to on long car rides. We would listen to Braves broadcast on the radio too. So, grew up doing that stuff. So, hey, if you can listen to a Braves radio broadcast for 3 hours, you can be here for an hour.
You can listen if you can listen to Don Sutton.
Rest in peace.
Sad.
Yeah, if you didn't know, Don Sutton, Hall of Fame baseball pitcher, and Braves broadcaster. Don Sutton passed away, I think, just a couple weeks ago.
I think it's maybe a week and a half, 2 weweeks. 75. Yeah. Sad.
Yeah, passed away at the age of 75. I got the chance to talk with him a few times. Definitely very sad. The last few months we've lost Phil Niekro, Don Sutton, and Hank Aaron. Not a very fun time to be a Braves fan. A lot of sad stuff going on,
and just for the game of baseball too, especially game of baseball
too. Hank Aaron was probably the biggest loss of anyone baseball related
especially
probably since I would say Ted Williams or Jackie Robinson.
Yeah, definitely one of the more inspirational players of that generation, and then just what he's done, over the course of MLB and his inspiration to other players. So,
I mean, it wasn't like. It didn't come across as like a total shock because he was getting up there in age. It wasn't like a Jose Fernandez, but that one was incredibly saddening to hear,
especially for the franchise, for sure.
Yeah. So, moving on, we're going to explain and discuss what the plans are for this podcast going forward, and I run a Instagram account at Braves News 101 if you want to check it out. I am making the official announcement on there on February 21st. So we're recording this on February the 3rd. So
shout out.
It's going to shout out to my Instagram.
Oldest Braves page on Instagram.
I have been there since 2014. You can scroll all the way back. You're going to be disappointed because my first post was just a picture of the Braves logo. My content hasn't really been amazing for 7 years. If you look at the first 4 years, you're going to be really disappointed.
I remember crazy stuff with the content and just the production of your things. Definitely over the years has.
Oh yes. I mean, back in the day, it took me 30 seconds to post something. Now I take my time, makes things look better.
It's all about presentation.
Yeah. And
people will look at something that is presented well, and I think you do that. So
I mean, give it a follow, and if you
get into 15K,
give me to 15,000. We're at 14.1K,
little over 900 or a little less than 900.
Also, check me out on Twitter. I'm not a huge Twitter guy. I mean, I check Twitter all the time, but I don't really tweet very often. I'm starting to. It's also at Braves News 101. So
just waiting for somebody to tweet about Braves news this offseason.
Yeah, it's been the slowest offseason ever. Our biggest signing happened all the way back on November 24th when we got Charlie Morton.
We won't get into that, though. We'll worry about that for next episode.
Yeah, we in a future episode before opening day, we'll talk about, an overview of the Braves offseason. That's coming up very soon.
Hopefully come episode 2, we will have more to talk about than Charlie Morton.
And who knows? Because it's going to probably be two or 3 weeks before we record anything else.
Yeah.
Just just because, we got to make the announcement on my Instagram. I've kind of, hinted that something big was coming, and this is it. And I'm super excited to get this up and running. So
I'm excited to be a part of it.
And then, of course, Luke, I've known him for a while, and we're both huge Braves fans. And if you know either one of us, it should come as no surprise that we are doing this. But
I think if you know the two of us, we're probably two biggest.
First
Braves
of all,
fans.
bless your heart. Bless your heart. I'm sorry for everything. Like, we're terrible people.
Yeah, if you're listening to this and you know us personally, I'm truly sorry for anything. If you get annoyed with us talking Braves, anything, or just sports in general, I'm sorry.
I mean, if you see us two together, chances are we're talking about either the Braves, high school, sports. I don't even know. Like, it's just, that's about anything. It.
Yeah.
So what to expect in coming months? Obviously, we want to discuss Braves news. We want to get into detail. Once spring training games get underway, we're gonna go into detail about the stats of some of these minor league players and our prospects, and give updates on their development through the minors.
Super excited about them.
Oh my gosh! I mean, first of all, we had like the best farm system in baseball like 2 years ago, and now all that talent is like up at the major league level,
seeping through,
and yet we still have a top 5 farm system. So that just goes to show we're basically the next Dodgers, except we have a very small payroll. So
yes, well, I mean, we have payroll, we just don't ever spend it. But
smart man right here, Luke Hardin. Everybody, wherever you are, just clap your hands.
Shout out to Alex Anthopoulos.
Alex Anthopoulos, what a guy. I got to meet him at Chop Fest a few years ago. Also, Chop Fest, that was supposed to be, or that would have been about a week ago.
Still never been to Chop Fest. I need to go eventually, but
if this world ever gets back to normal.
Dude, I'm hoping 2022 is going to be that year. I'm hoping.
In case y'all didn't know, there's a pandemic going on.
Dude, are you serious? There?
It's called COVID-19, and it's very dangerous, but there's a pretty good chance if you get it and you're not above the age of what's the age, like 70?
It's like 65, 70, something like that.
Yeah, then I'm sorry, but you might die. But if you're if you're young like us, you're good. We're good. So, I mean you should be good. I mean, there's some cases that
you have lost somebody to COVID-19. Truly, sorry.
Yeah. Our deepest condolences. We like if we ever like come across as like joking about COVID, like I kind of just did, and someone who's affected, just let us know. We'll give you a shout out. And
in our prayers for sure.
Yeah, we could give you a shout out and also give you a follow back on the Instagram. That's very rare. You're an elite company.
You are an elite company there.
So, yeah, shout out to our personal Instagrams too. Mine's David Waters 9.
Mine's Luke Hardin, Luke.Hardin with 2 N's.
Why do you have 2 N's?
Well, because the one N was taken. There was no. I couldn't.
Very good. Good story. So, what can you expect from us going forward? We literally just discussed doing a podcast like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I know for me personally, I've always wanted to do a podcast, but I haven't had the platform or really the equipment or anything to start one. I know you obviously have the platform, so nice to
shout out
somebody.
Shout
out you.
Well, in case you're here from just like searching like Braves on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that, go check out my social media. Try not to disappoint, but sometimes I do. Everybody does. I'm not perfect. But yeah, go check those out on Instagram and Twitter at Braves News 101. Also, you can check out my personal as well. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah. Go follow me. I'm trying to get a 1,000. I'm at 945 currently. So
just 55 more.
55 more, and then I'm at 1,000, 1K.
Also, I hope this microphone is working well. Like, this thing came in the mail like a few hours ago. So this is my first time like really using it.
Mine should be coming in, or I just ordered it today.
You did?
So I did.
I remember I sent you the link. You're getting the exact same one, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wanted something cheap, but it was like, I could use it. But I got the nice trusty headphones right now. So
now you're making me sound like I spent a fortune on this.
This thing was shout out. It was $35. We're not rich. Trust me.
Yeah, I'm a college student. Luke's a college student.
We're broke college kids, so don't worry.
And we're just doing this because we love baseball and we love the Braves. We're not doing this we could do this for clout, but we're not. We're doing this, for the love of the game. Good movie. Yeah. I've actually never seen it, but I've heard it's good.
I haven't seen that. So,
future episodes. Obviously, as I mentioned earlier, we're going to have an episode that's just going to be dedicated to this entire offseason and looking over all of our transactions and, going into depth with Charlie Morton, Drew Smiley, hopefully soon Marcell Ozuna. A lot can happen in the next 2 or 3 weeks. I mean,
I'm hoping for big things to happen in the next week.
If something big were to happen before February 21st, when I'm going to be announcing this podcast on my platforms, we'll make an episode. We'll definitely talk about it a little ahead of time. It's not because by the time, if something were to happen, like let's say February 18th, we're going to go ahead and do that because by the 21st, you're all going to know about it. And you're going to be like, well, this is like, I knew about this 3 days ago, you knuckleheads. Why didn't you talk about this like 2 days ago? Oh, we're going to be talking about it.
We're going to be trying. Trust me.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, college life, it's busy.
It's stressful, but
we'll try to make time and, go over.
We're going to put this content out. Just, little something to talk about, always nice to.
Oh, we'll have plans. We'll have plans. We're not going to start a podcast if there's nothing to talk about.
Yeah, there's going to be a ton to talk about. Hopefully we'll be talking about something in little something in October. A little bit of a thing called a trophy.
Yeah, in October they announce do they announce like rookie of the year and stuff? That trophy?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Maybe one of our guys.
Oh, the commissioner's trophy, huh?
Oh, is that what it's called? I don't know. Is that something like that?
Oh, that works too. I'll take that.
Hey, I'll take the commissioner's trophy.
A ring would work too.
A nice little ring on the finger. Mm-hmm. I'll take that.
Also, coming in March, not only are we going to be talking about spring training and the prospects and how they're performing. Hopefully we have spring training. That's the plan right now. But what can happen in 2 weeks?
Oh, a lot can happen with the players union and Rob Manfred, but we'll see.
Also, if there's anyone out there who likes Rob Manfred, please direct message me on Instagram.
Get some help, please.
And we're gonna have a talk.
Yeah.
And I'm serious.
We're gonna have a nice in-depth conversation about hashtag Bauer for commissioner.
Trevor Bauer would be absolutely a fantastic commissioner.
Also, Trevor Bauer, if you're hearing this,
Trevor Bauer, if you're
here, if you want to, little contract going with the Braves, that'd be excellent as well. But
the more team friendly it is, the better chance you'll get a ring. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah,
that's what Acuna did. That's what Ozzy did. Trevor Bauer, you can do it too. I believe in you. Shout out to his YouTube channel. Momentum.
Yeah.
Momentum Sports.
Shout out to him and Rachel Luba.
Rachel Luba. Also, Rachel Luba, if you're listening, this isn't just to Trevor Bauer. Come to Atlanta. I mean, you won't regret it. They don't call it
promise
Hotlanta.
We have
just kidding. No one calls it Hotlanta.
Whatever you've heard, we promise we have better fans than what you've seen on Twitter, Trevor. Those people are not part of us.
Also, did you hear the intro, Trevor? Like, did you hear that chop? We do that every day. Like, I do that in my sleep. Ask my college roommate. He's behind me, but he's being very quiet.
My college roommate probably gets really annoyed with me when I remember watching the postseason games in October. I couldn't sit down.
Oh no, I couldn't either.
He's a White Sox fan though, so
he's a White Sox fan? I didn't know
that. Yeah, he's from Chicago, so shout out to him. College roommate. Shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to our roommates for putting up with us for, an entire school year.
And beyond.
Yeah. So
they get to spend forever with us.
I keep getting off topic, but we were talking before that we started this podcast and we said 20 minutes, and I think it's already been like 20 minutes. So let's just get to the plans, because that was the whole idea behind the episode. So we'll talk about the spring training. We'll talk about the players, prospects, everybody. And then we're also going to be starting our top 10 list per position for every position. We're since we're both big Braves fans, we apologize if we're a little biased.
Unlike the MLB Network garbage.
I mean, they list. Put Jose, and let's not get into the whole Astros cheating scandal thing, but they put Jose Altuve at number 9. Altuve won an MVP a couple years ago. He is a career hitter of like, what's his career batting average? Like, it's insane.
Like, I don't know.
You know what? This is what the internet's for. Jose Altuve, Baseball Reference, right now. His career batting average is, drum roll. Just kidding. Do not give me a drum roll. It's distracting. His career batting average is 311.
311.
And his career high in batting average, 346. That's really solid. I mean, it was in 2017. Just throwing that out there. So, a little fishy.
We don't have to get into that, though.
But in 2016, when they weren't banging trash cans and all that crap, 338. So not that much improvement. And for, I mean, how tall is he? He's 5'6", and he's
shorter than me. I'm 5'8", and I'm Ozzy's height.
Shout out to Ozzy. Ozzy, if you're listening, we love you.
Yes. Short kings matter. Shout out Ozzy.
So, I mean, this guy's 5'6", and he's putting up a career OPS of 819. Like, come on. Also, shout out to another short king, Dustin Pedroia, just announcing his retirement. Was it yesterday?
It's a few days ago, I think now. I think it was maybe Monday, Sunday, something like that.
Like, it sucks because, like, that's when he won MVP. That was like the era that I was like really getting into baseball. So like seeing these players from early in my childhood, hang them up. That's a little sad. Hunter Pence a couple years ago as well. Like that's kind of sad, but
Shout out the Real 1-5. Both Dustin Pedroia and Kevin Millar to 2004.
Also, if there's anyone from MLB Network listening, bring back Chris Rose.
Please. I need Chris Rose and Kevin Millar. I need that duo. That was the best show, hands down, on MLB Network.
Also, you fired the wrong Chris. No one watches High Heat.
Oh my god!
If you watch High Heat, also DM me and let's have a talk.
If you like hearing Chris Russo yell for an hour, I just DM me as well, because we really need to go in depth about why you enjoy that. But anyways.
But, just the way it is. Hopefully one day Chris Rose will come back, Obviously, like, the Braves, they got rid of, back in like 2014, we got rid of like everybody we loved, except for Freddie Freeman. We kept him. Julio Teheran, back in the day, we loved him, believe it or not.
He was there for a while, and then
he was here forever. He was our ace.
Loved Julio, but it was time to move on.
It was, and now we got Soroka, and he's probably going to be back for opening day.
I saw his Instagram post. He looks good to go. I'm really excited.
And if you didn't see that, First of all, that was on my Braves News 101 story. Shout out again.
I'm just gonna 3 shout outs already.
So basically, yeah, this entire podcast is basically just going to be me shouting out my Instagram. Also, if you're ever looking to purchase tickets to any event, concerts, sporting events, Broadway musicals, go see Hamilton. Purchase tickets and use promo code Braves News 101. It'll save you $20. That's big time. And you can also buy like parking permits off of SeatGeek. Another, life hack.
Eventually in 2022, when we get full capacity stadiums, or maybe even by end of 2021, hopefully, if we're shooting it like there.
If you really want that, double mask. Get your vaccine.
Very true.
And the thing is, I was watching Pardon the Interruption yesterday, because it was like the only thing on, and it was like in the little student center area where they just you can't switch the channel. Right. Woody Page, if you guys know Woody Page, good for you. Shout out to Woody Page. He said on his chalkboard, which he always says something clever. He said, he wrote on his chalkboard. It said, "I got my vaccine. Now my arm hurts, and that's my excuse." So your arm, if the pain in your arm is going to be your excuse for not showing up to work the next day. It's genius.
Just none of the Braves players don't have your arms be thrown out because of
a COVID vaccine.
Just get it done and then go win a championship. So,
if Hank Aaron can do it, so can you. Shout out Hank Aaron, Hammer and Hank, forever in our hearts.
715. The true home run king.
755.
True home run king.
Also, there was a little something like a week ago about the Hall of Fame ballot. We're going to get into all that at a later date. So, we're going to talk about, should Barry Bonds get in? Should Roger Clemens get in? Curt Schilling.
Oh, and then the Curt Schilling beef with Jose Canseco on Twitter.
Oh, yes. Let's have an entire...
We're going to cover it all.
Let's just have an entire episode dedicated to Jose Canseco.
Man, I could talk about. I follow an Instagram page, Bush Leaguers. He's always going in there and commenting and starting up beef. It's so funny.
Jose Canseco, what a character! Also, there's a new YouTube channel that's kind of really growing. It's called Baseball Doesn't Exist, which doesn't make any sense because it definitely does exist. It's like saying Chick-fil-A doesn't exist, and I mean, there's one right next door to my house. Okay. Yes, Chick-fil-A exists. Yes, baseball exists. But still, a great channel. They did an entire video, it's like 20 or 30 minutes long, just on Jose Canseco and his wacky stunts. I don't even know. It's so interesting. It's great.
I've never seen that. I'm going to need to look that up.
Baseball doesn't exist. Shout out. This first episode is just shout outs.
It's just like 5-10 shout outs.
I guess I'll put that in the description for this episode. So,
yeah.
This has been fun. I'm really looking forward to this.
I'm really excited, and hopefully we can take this beyond. And
also, do not get offended by me playing the Tomahawk chop at the beginning of this episode. We're honoring them. We're honoring the natives. We're in no way mocking. We're in no way mocking Native Americans. At least we're trying not to. If you're offended by that, I'm sorry. But, 2021, a lot of people get offended by a lot of things. So, one of these days we might, Braves might get a new fight song. I don't know. I hope not, but.
I hope we stick with the original, but if that's what has to come to, then I'll still be cheering them on. So.
Yeah, we're here. Chop or no chop.
We've been here for my entire life, and we've been through the pain, and just every Atlanta sports team been through that.
Speaking of which, none of us, or neither one of us, was alive in 1995 when we won the World Series.
My dad was. He was.
Your dad was.
He was actually. I don't know if he was.
Your dad's younger. Wait, your dad's younger than 26?
Shut up. I said my dad was at the 1995 World Series, I believe.
Okay.
Game 6.
Oh, it's the one.
I think it was. I don't know. Maybe it was.
Game.
Was it? I don't know. Maybe it was Sid Slid. I don't remember. He was at one of those games.
Okay. Shout out to Luke's dad.
Shout out my dad, Steve, if you're listening.
Yeah, shout out to Steve. Great
Love
guy.
You.
Great guy. I love you too, Steve. We've only talked a couple times, but I love you. Just throwing it out there.
Gotta love Steve. The lost brother of Chipper Jones. So.
Yes, his dad has a striking resemblance to Chipper Jones.
He gets it a lot. Trust me. He's heard it. I've heard it.
Like if you're just like at the grocery store with your dad, you're walking in Publix, you're walking in Kroger. Some random kid walks up to your dad and be like, "Can I get your autograph, Mr. Jones?" I mean,
that's never happened, but no.
Oh, it's never happened.
I don't think it's ever. People have said he looks like it. I don't think anybody's actually been like, "Are you Chipper Jones?" At least when I've been there. Maybe it's happened. I don't know.
That's fair. All right. Well, just actually, just an FYI, we're gonna, if any news breaks as we're recording a podcast, we're gonna go over it. So 1 minute ago, John Heyman tweeted out Brian Shaw is back with the Indians. Relief pitcher. I think he was part of that World Series run in 2016.
I'm excited to see that tweet that Marcell resigns with the Braves, but
if that doesn't happen, you're going to be really disappointed.
I know.
I think everyone's going to be disappointed.
Everybody's going to be disappointed, but
but
pay the man.
Hey,
get it done.
If it doesn't happen, we'll still make an episode on it, because it's going to be a big signing for whoever he does sign with.
Yes, indeed it will. Whatever happens, we need to hopefully we can make something big happen before opening day. So,
yeah.
But
I mean, we obviously need it because right now we have Ender Inciarte as our starting left fielder, and Ender Inciarte gets way more way more crap than he needs, because in 2017, when a bunch of Braves fans weren't really paying attention to the team because we weren't very good, I think he was an all-star. I think
he was an all-star.
Yeah.
Him and Freddie Freeman were our all-stars that year.
Ender Inciarte was an all-star when he started
He led the league in hits that year.
Yeah, he had over 200. He had his 200th hit.
Unreal to believe. I mean, was a few ahead of guy named Jose Altuve, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just throwing that out there, but recently Ender Inciarte, yes, he has been kind of bad. Ender, we still love you. Like, you're awesome.
You're still a defensive wizard, but
yes,
maybe he just needs to get that bat going. But
I feel like if he was there every day, he would be better. But
sadly, he can't hit lefties.
Facts. So, that's a brief overview. Also, something else that another idea that I kind of just threw out there, is, maybe in between segments when we're transitioning from Braves news and Braves, like game recaps or whatever, into like MLB news and rumors and all that, we might, come up with a trivia question, and then we'll reveal an answer near the end of the podcast. So that's another thing that we
got stuff. We got stuff in the works. So just stay tuned.
Absolutely, we sure do. Ron Manfred, if you're listening, get the DH in the National League
this year, right now.
Every year,
it needs to happen.
We need it
for the rest of time. It needs to be there.
Like, why wasn't it there in the first place? We may never know.
Why they put it in a 60-game season and aren't going to do it for beyond is, hey, you do you, Rob, but
all this stuff we're going to be talking about in future episodes. So stay with us. You won't be disappointed. So. This is just the beginning. This is episode 1.
The intro episode, episode 1.
The thing is, I don't know how long we're going to do this. I hope that we're going to do this for years to come. The goal, I mean, can you imagine if we win a World Series and we like hop on this podcast and we just like party?
Dude, if we win the World Series, it's going to be huge.
Oh, something else. We could, oh yeah, I completely forgot to mention this. This was like one of the most important things that I was going to mention in this episode. If you guys want to send in any questions for us here at Tomahawk Talk, please I might set up a Gmail account pretty soon. So you can email me if you don't have social media. You can
or DM us on the page or personals, whatever you feel like.
Yeah, you can direct message me, Braves News 101, David Waters 9, Luke Hardin with 2 N's, Luke Dot.
And then
Hardin.
Shout out our what will be our podcast Instagram, Tomahawk Talk Pod.
Yes,
give it a follow when it does eventually go live.
Yes, it's brand new, and I just created the logo. I think was that yesterday.
Wow. Or Monday night.
It was Monday night, so it's currently Wednesday. And I worked very hard on it. It took me 3 minutes. No lie, it actually did take me like.
Because work smarter, not harder.
My editing app, it got an update and it is so easy to use and it looks sick. So
sweet.
Can't wait to use that and show off my new editing skills that I've had all along. I just never knew it.
Awesome.
So, and I don't want to end this episode, but we got stuff to get on with.
We need to keep the content for future episodes. So
yes, absolutely. Future episodes, they'll be here.
But don't be disappointed if we didn't talk about something today, because it will be in a future podcast. So stay tuned for that.
If you wanted to know about what do we think about Charlie Morton, first of all, we like it. I think it's a great signing, but we'll discuss it. Just be patient, bear with us. We'll have an off-season overview special. We'll have a special episode. It'll be 3 hours. Of us just talking about.
If you guys really like listening to our voices for 3 hours, thank you.
Shout out.
Thank you very much. I don't know anybody that wants to listen to me for more than 15 minutes, but if you do, thank you very much.
Also shout out to all the MLB announcers out there. Chip Carey, if you're listening, we love you. And you do a great, I could literally listen to you for 24 hours and then I'd want another 24 hours.
Also another
also shout out I don't know if you knew this, Luke, but Chip Carey has a podcast now.
Does he actually?
It's called I Just Said That. That's literally the name of it. I learned that from one of those Chevy commercials that he was on.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, check it out. Shout out to I Just Said That. Chip Carey.
Go give it a listen.
New podcast. Also, Chip Carey. If you want to hop on a podcast with us,
hey, do a little collab.
Reach out, please. That if we can one day get announcers or players on here. If there's any players, coaches,
anybody
broadcasters,
listening.
Anybody. No, not anybody. If we get a Dodger fan on here, we're gonna be in some hot water with some Braves fans.
Oh my, that would be.
But we know some good Dodger fans. We know and love some Dodger fans out there.
Some
of them.
Don't like them when they go beating our team, but
there's some solid people in LA. AKA Mike Trout. We love Mike Trout. Mike Trout, come to Atlanta.
Mike Trout.
Also,
still crazy to me that he has not been on a cover of MLB The Show yet. Yeah. Make that happen next year.
Also, another future episode, we'll go through MLB The Show covers. Stay tuned. There's a lot.
I have so many.
There's a lot of content coming your way. I'm excited. Luke, are you excited?
I'm very excited.
Oh my gosh. This is I've wanted to do this for a while. You've wanted to do this for a while.
I've wanted to do this for a while.
We're doing.
I'm really excited. Episode 1.
Episode 1. My goodness. Well, I think it's about time we wrap it up. But what are we going? I got to play something if we're going to wrap up a show.
A little tomahawk chop to end it.
No, we'll do one of Chip Carey's best calls ever. I'm probably going to get an ad first because I don't have the YouTube.
Or we could do a little Joe Buck action, a little
back at the wall.
Back at the wall. It's gone. Shout out to Joe Buck, even though I hate him announcing, but
no, we don't hate things here.
Sorry, my bad. I don't hate Joe Buck, but sometimes he just irritates me. But Joe, shout out to you.
Shout out. Here we go. Oh no, that's the wrong. I just typed in the wrong thing. Bear with me. This is our first episode. We got a lot to learn, but we're still excited. You know, the enthusiasm with us, it's there. We're here. Let's see. First, of course, I get an ad. So, you know, we got 10 seconds. Any last words?
Chop on, go Braves. Excited to get this going.
2021 season. We're ready. So we'll have a little send-off via Chip Carey with one of his signature calls. And we're not talking about the wallops. If you guys follow Braves News 101, you know I love me some walloped.
He's a big walloped.
Actually, no, before we wrap it up, can we just play a walloped?
Yeah,
we gotta play.
Why not?
Let's see. Also, if you just search on Instagram #Braves Walloped, you'll find all of them.
All of them from like 2016,
2017
on. You can watch all of them.
Pick a player who's hit a home run in the last 3 years.
3 years.
Preferably someone who actually has hit a fair amount of homers. Like,
Dansby
don't say Julio Teheran. Don't say Julio
Swanson.
Dansby Swanson. Has there Dansby Swanson walloped? I hope.
Or if not him, Austin Riley.
Here we go. All right.
Oh, we do.
Oh, wait. It's turned down. It was a 3-run bomb. Okay. This was on June 1st, 2018. Off of Steven Strasburg. Here we go. Chip Carey. Walloped. Let's go.
Wallop deep left. Set up back.
Gotta love me some Chip Carey.
Chop on. We love Chip Carey. So, you know, from Tomahawk Talk, we're signing off. We hope you guys decide to stick around. If not, thank you for listening to the first episode. You know,
thank you very much.
This is just the beginning. You know, I hope you stick around, but if you don't, thanks for listening anyways. I mean, we appreciate you.
Big things coming, so
we got a lot coming, and we couldn't be any more thrilled about it. You know, 2021 season. Oh my gosh, I've been missing baseball like since the final.
Dude,
like the second after the World Series, I was just like, I already miss baseball.
I can't wait to get back to a game. The last game I went to, Game 5, Cardinals. Yeah, let's not talk about it. Anyways.
Yeah, if you're a Cardinals fan and you're hoping for an episode on that,
it won't happen.
Dream on, dreamer.
Dream on. Little dream on to end the episode?
No. One of Chip Carey's best calls. All right. We'll see you guys next time. We won't see you guys. We'll, you know.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you for listening. I don't even know how do you like conclude a podcast?
I don't know.
All right.
It's our first one.
Well, thank you for listening. This is our first one. We got a lot to learn.
We'll get better at it, we promise. So just stick with us.
Thank
you guys.
So shout out to MLB Global on YouTube for uploading this. This is our outro for our first episode. We'll see you guys next time on Tomahawk Talk. See ya. Chop on.
Chop on.
Swing and drive.